Guys, it's a gaming and today I'm reacting to Bullied Kid Gets Altered Revenge on Halloween by Dhar Mann Studios. Let's begin.
You must be new. I'm Lauren.
Nice to meet you, Lauren.
Hey, new kid. I'm gonna give you your initiation into
Please,
school.
no, please, let me out. Please.
Oh, look at the baby.
Enough! Jake, what's going on here? Lauren?
Someone sort of stuffed the new boy into a locker, Principal Grant.
I don't understand.
There was a boy in the locker, I swear.
Oh, yeah? Even if there was, how did he end up in the locker?
I can't say. Check the surveillance cameras. You'll see the footage.
Those things haven't worked in 30 years.
I promise I'm telling the truth.
Excuse me, what? Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think these types of cameras have existed for 30 years. Like, they're fairly new. Like, the most I'll give them is 10. Like, this doesn't make sense. Like, please, if you know, tell me. Have these types of cameras existed for 30 years? And just so you know, I'm meaning these types of white cameras, like, you know what I mean? Not older cameras, no, these types. Because I'm sure that they have existed for at most 10 years. At most. Anyways, let's continue.
There was a boy in that locker.
If that's true, why didn't you do anything to stop it? Like tell a teacher or anything. Get to class. Now.
Or stop the boy from stuffing him in the locker. Anyway. Okay, they honestly subverted my expectations because what I expected is that he rolls his eyes and the boy disappears. But no, he still exists. So yeah. Congratulations, I guess, for subverting my expectations.
Where are you going?
Oh, I need to go to the bathroom.
Fine, just don't take too long.
What do you want from me?
But when we looked in the locker, he wasn't there.
I was genuinely ready for a jump scare right now. Like, I was genuinely ready for a jump scare right now, but, huh?
And then I saw him again in the library later, but he disappeared between the shelves. And a book fell open by itself, and there was a creepy note written inside it.
Oh, that's a good one.
You have quite an imagination.
I swear, I'm serious.
I already got a call from your principal earlier and got the whole story on the locker prank thing, so I can't believe a fake story.
Yeah, that's right. You know better than to make up excuses just to get away with things, so let's not do that, okay?
Well, I had an eventful day as well.
Is she surprised that her parents don't believe her? Like, are you kidding me? Like, you think your parents are gonna believe in stuff that's supernatural? Really? Anyway, let's continue.
My boss has killed every pitch that I've made. I got a tip that the local power company is siphoning off energy, rediverting them to the highest bidders. All I want to do is tell a story that's worth telling, that has impact, that means something to this town and the people's lives here.
You could be making such a difference if they let you.
There's nothing I can do. The power company sponsors the paper.
Don't worry, sweetheart. Just keep on doing what you're doing. You'll make a difference. I know it.
And with the mayoral race coming down to the final days, Mitch Reed is winning in the polls against the incumbent by a 51% to 49% margin. This is
It's too close. How could we not have a bigger lead right now? I am second generation. Look, I don't care what the predictions say. It's not in the bag until it's in the bag. So do something, or I will put you in the bag.
Hey, Dad, can I talk about something that happened at school?
Jake, do I look like I care what happened at your school? Just keep your mouth shut. I'm dealing with something more important at hand. Grown folks stuff.
What happened, Mom? No, honey, it's okay. I just fell down and hit my head. I'm okay.
Darn it, Audrey. Are you going to the campaign rally like that? Are you trying to make me lose? I'm barely winning as it is right now. Go in that room and cover that up, and I swear, if you ever come out like that again, I'll lock you in there until after election. Go!
Hey, can I talk to you for a second?
Why, you gonna try to rat me out again?
I'm a little freaked out. I tried to tell my parents about what happened yesterday with that boy, but they didn't believe me.
I did too. My dad didn't even want to hear it.
I don't know what to do. The principal, our families, no one believes us. And I saw him again. We'll talk about it later. I have to get to class.
Lauren?
I need to find a good frame. Yeah, that's the problem with these videos. Like with videos of Giles, like when you pause, it's really hard to find a good frame. Okay, I'll try to find a good frame and then I'll say what I want to say. Okay, finally a good frame. Anyways, so, like, you know what, I'm playing the card. What a coincidence that he always does this when there are there's no one around. Like, you're telling me only these two are in the halls? Only? Like, weren't there other people just a few seconds ago? What, does the boy put them in an illusion or something? Like, genuinely explain to me, what is that? Like, what's happening? Like, will you genuinely give me some context? Anyway, let's continue.
Oh, come on in here!
No, wait, let's get out of here.
Hold on.
What do you want?
Should we?
You first.
Look, his inhaler. But why did he bring us here?
He must want us to see something in here.
I have a feeling he wanted us to find this thing, whatever it is.
It's VHS tape. It's from like the 90s or something.
Let's say he did want us to find this and see what's on it or whatever. How are we supposed to watch it?
No clue. We need to find someone old and probably weird that still has a VHS player.
Actually, I think I might know who he is. I googled ghost at Brookside High and came across an article about this kid, Tommy Dolan. He was only 13 years old and used to get bullied at school all the time. He got stuffed in a locker right here at Brookside.
What happened to him?
He died. It says he had an asthmatic attack and couldn't breathe. The inhaler! This has to be the boy that's been haunting us.
Tommy Dolan. Why do I know that name?
It says that an undisclosed student was blamed for the accident and was expelled.
A we knew who that was, maybe we could talk to them. Maybe they'll know why this is happening.
He probably wants justice. Maybe he thinks someone just being expelled wasn't enough.
Yeah, but why now? Why us?
Wow, why not? Why us? Maybe it's because of the fact that you did the exact same thing? Like, you did the exact same thing that led to his death, and you're asking why us? And for her, you didn't even stop him. So, like, what? This is a tough story that needs some context. Like I feel like we generally needed some like plot building before we get into the first part, or I guess world building. It would be called in this case. Anyways, let's continue.
Look,
Who's Scott Jarvis?
that's gotta be the kid who was blamed. Let's see if we can find him.
This is too much. We need to watch this tape and see.
Oh,
What? Did you find him?
kinda.
Well, where is he?
I was genuinely ready to hear the grave, but like, what is happening? Do I play the card? Like, I have to ask. Now, I'm not in the US, so I wouldn't know, but do schools actually keep, like, what's the yearbooks from that much back? Like, do they generally keep stuff that's that old? Like, remember, we're in 2024, and I have the right to assume that this is happening around the same year. So, like, them having the yearbook from back in 1995? Like, at this point, I have to ask, like, do schools actually do that? Like, this is honestly a question, like, because I generally don't know. Like, please, if you went to these types of schools, tell me if they keep yearbooks that are that old, because I genuinely don't know. Anyways, let's continue.
Hi, Scott. It's time for your medicine. Oh, I have some good news for you, too. You have some visitors today.
Visitors who?
Some children who say they know you. I'll send them in.
Scott Jarvis? I'm Lauren, and this is Jake.
Mitch? Mitchie! I kept my mouth shut. I didn't say anything. I was a good boy. Please, don't hurt me, Mitch.
Who's Mitch?
That's my dad's name.
How do you know Mitch, Scott?
I was good. I didn't say anything. Never.
Hey, it's okay. I'm not Mitch. I promise.
You're not Mitch. You look like him.
Yeah, well, don't remind me.
We know about Tommy Dolan. We've heard about him, and we may have something that could help.
I'm playing the card. I don't care. It just so happens that he has a VH Plus player and an old TV. Like, okay. How the heck is this even possible? Like, remember, the difference between today and the time of VHS tapes is like 30 years. So why would he have this stuff technology specifically when we've got DVDs, HD DVDs, and Blu-ray? Like, come on, man, make it make sense for once. Great, great. I played the card again. Congratulations. Anyway, let's continue.
It's me. And it's Mitch. Watch it, Squirt.
I'm sorry, Mitch.
You don't know what sorry is. Let me teach you how to watch where you're going.
No, please, my inhaler.
Aw, baby wants his bottle. Scott, what are you doing? Get over here. Let's go.
Mitch put Tommy in the locker. He told me to shut my mouth, never say anything.
So, it wasn't you that put Tommy in the locker. It was Mitch. But why wouldn't you say anything?
Better question, why are you in here and he's not?
Mitch's family is very powerful. His daddy was the mayor. After everything went down with Tommy, they tried to pin it all on me. And then they tried to hurt my mom. I took the...
Okay, I have to ask, how was that recorded? Like, you're telling me this was recorded, and yet they pinned it all on him. How? Like, I don't care how powerful a family is, if that recording exists, then how was he the one who was blamed? Like, so many questions are unanswered. You know what? Might as well I'll still count it as a coincidence, or something like that. Not a coincidence, but like, our scenario, but I don't want to question right now. We have a video to complete.
For everything. He brought me here. I belong here.
This isn't your fault, Scott. You shouldn't be the one to blame. You tried to get him out. The person who shoved Tommy in the locker and left him there is to blame. And that's Mitch.
Okay, no. Just no. That isn't how morality works, and that isn't how the law works. Both of them say the same thing. You are charged if the crime happened and you could have either prevented it or at least reduced the damages. Now, of course, I'm not a lawyer, but like, this feels like common sense. Like, honestly, if this was argued in court, then honestly, Scott would have also gotten to prison with Mitch if they were to go to prison because you were there and you could have prevented it and you didn't even out him. That's aiding and abetting, my friend. You're saying that Mitch is the one to blame because he's the one who shoved Tommy in the locker, but no, both of them are to blame. Mitch for shoving Tommy in the locker, and Scott for not saying anything or even trying to help when he had the chance. You know what? Let's continue. Anyway.
I'm to blame. I should have said anything! I just sat there and watched.
Said anything? Well, how about instead you actually free him from the damn locker? Calm down, calm down. Who said anything about saying anything? Like, you could have just freed him.
I could have told the truth. Not doing the right thing is as bad as doing the wrong thing. I could have saved him.
I'm sorry, that sentence was extra words for the sake of extra words. Not doing the right thing is as bad as doing the wrong thing? My guy, not doing the right thing means doing the wrong thing. Like, you just basically made it extra words for the sake of extra words at this point. But, like, my guy, you're telling me that you telling the truth would have made a difference? Remember, you said that Mitch's dad was the lawyer. Oh, sorry, not that lawyer, the mayor. But, like, if that's the truth, they could have just as easily pinned it on you, even if you told the truth. Like, trust me, telling the truth wouldn't have helped much, because why would they take your word for it? You could easily just lie. It's the fact that you didn't free him is the problem, not the fact that you didn't say anything, because I doubt saying anything would have made a difference anyway, considering the fact that Mitch's family is very powerful. Anyway, let's continue.
Look what's happened since. You here.
I feel like I figured it out. So essentially the reason I do this, the sound, is because it's the sound that he made when he was grasping for air at the last few seconds, huh? I think that's what it is.
I'm sorry.
Mom, do you remember hearing about a kid that died at Brookside High years and years ago?
Yeah, of course. Little Tommy Dolan. That was a huge story back then. Wasn't he stuffed in a locker or something?
Yes. Well, we know who killed him.
Yeah, they caught the boy that did that a long time ago, sweetie.
Yeah, but it wasn't him. We found the real killer. Mitch Reed.
What? He did it? Honey, I can't.
We have proof. Mom, you have to believe us.
You're telling me that you want to turn in.
Listen, nobody in this town knows my dad like I do. He did it, believe me. And like Lauren said, we have proof. We don't have much time for the world to know. He's about to be the next mayor, and once he's in, he'll bury it just like his dad did.
Mom, you've wanted to write a story that means something to people, that has an impact on this town, a story that's worth telling.
I'm sorry, but unless you have the VHS tape, you basically have zero evidence. And like, remember, the VHS tape basically can't be tampered with because it's very clear that it was back in the day. So basically, this is the only piece of evidence that they have. Either they have it or they don't. If they have it, congratulations. If they don't, your case is lost. Anyway, let's continue.
This is your chance.
This is a victory for all of us, not just me. We must accomplish. Now, this election is...
How's the speech coming along?
Can't you see I'm trying to concentrate? Isn't it enough that you nag me all day when I'm home? Now you gotta come here and interrupt me while I'm at work. Let me explain something to you. You know why you're here? When I finish my speech, you come on the stage, you smile, and you wave. Or is that too difficult for you to understand? Good. Then stand by and watch the show.
So the stage is ready for you? Right this way. Let's do this.
Why did you get married in the first place if she's annoying to you? Why did you get married again? Oh yeah, it's not like a question. It's not like this is gonna get answered anyway. So let's continue.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Yes. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. We are here today to talk about what's gonna be
Oh, not so fast, Mr. Mayor. I think there's something you should see first.
Jake, what are you doing here? What is this all about?
Oh, just a little video showing your true colors.
You don't know what sorry is.
Okay, like, you can't believe that.
How to watch where you're
That's the video proving you were the one to kill little Tommy Dolan, not Scott Jarvis. You just set him up to take the fall.
And I just got Scott's testimony to corroborate everything, and it's going public tomorrow. Would you care to comment?
Along with the lost tape. It's over, Dad.
Okay, you people.
I'm sorry, how the heck did you find the VHS tape to play this? Like, I have to ask, what's the timeline here? Like, if the timeline is, let's say, 1 week, then I would have believed it. But from what's shown, the timeline is like 1 or 2 days at most. So how would they find the VHS player? Did they think the one that's Scott's? Maybe. But, like, other than that, I don't know how the heck they would have found the VHS player that quickly. Anyway, let's continue.
People don't know what you're talking about. This is a total farce.
The only farce was this cover-up your dad created all those years ago. The truth is finally going to come out.
And I'm gonna write the story and make sure of it. As will these fine gentlemen.
Hey, guys, we don't need you. Listen, we don't need to do this. Guys, we don't need
Reed, you're under arrest for suspicion of manslaughter and obstruction of justice.
Okay, first of all, you can't do this. I'm the mayor.
Oh, you're not the mayor
You have the
yet.
right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against
Get your
you.
hands off me. What's your badge for? You think you're gonna get away with this? You think you're gonna get away with this?
I have to ask, because I remember hearing about this at some point, but doesn't the US have like a system where after a set amount of time, basically the crime that you did is basically invalid, because what's the point? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember hearing about something like this. Now, this was a long time ago, so I can't confirm it. But honestly, if it's true, then he should honestly have been charged, because remember, it's been like 30 years. Anyway, let's continue.
Did you see this?
We did it. Scott's finally free.
We made it right. At least, I hope we did.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for what I did to you. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I was only mean because my dad was mean to me. And I realized why you chose me. We both have the same bully, my dad. But I'm done taking after him. I promise.
I'm sorry too, Tommy. I saw Jake bullying you and I didn't help. I could have gotten a teacher or gotten someone to help, but I didn't.
Or stopped him, for example. Like, why do they always like take the stop him from doing this or free the person out of the equation? Like, you could have just freaking stopped him. Anyway,
Not doing the right thing can be just as bad as doing the wrong thing.
this is basically saying doing the wrong thing with extra words because not doing the right thing means doing the wrong thing. Like, what? You're essentially taking a sentence, doing the wrong thing, and adding extra words to make it seem like a life lesson. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, so okay, first of all, I have to say that what I hate about this story is how, first of all, somehow every time they meet Tommy, it's always that they're alone. Somehow, like this is big coincidence number one. Big coincidence number two. How the heck does Scott have a VHS player? Like, this is basically a coincidence on top of the coincidence because, oh yeah, they have a VHS tape and he has a VHS player. Like, what? And mind you, I don't think I saw any VHS tapes, so there isn't a reason for him to have that all specifically. And remember, VHS tapes are from like 30 years ago or something. Like, it's not that situation where it just has old technology. Like, this is so old, I don't think even I guess this is an asylum? Yes, this is asylum. So, I don't think even asylum would have this. And also, the life message or whatever, the life message of not doing the right thing is as bad as not is as bad as doing the wrong thing. It's literally saying don't do the wrong thing with extra words. Like, not doing the right thing means doing the wrong thing, huh? Oh, honestly, this story is good, but the coincidences and the life lesson make it bad, honestly. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. On the left is my most recent video, on the right is a video YouTube recommends, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.